optimizer ROMs on a Nintendo Wii that's homebrewed would be to install Nintendo. That's what the app is called, Nintendo. That's the easiest and most popular method of doing it. That's not particularly what I do, but I don't actually recommend my method. My method is just because I feel more like I've already have it set up. It's actually also slower what I use. People that use Nintendo or emulator actually saves time over my loading zone times because I use a slower old method. Hi CCN though, thank you for the good lucks, my friend. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. How do I put an ISO on Nintendo? Just literally Google installation and like setup process for Nintendo. You'll find it online. It's like you have to make like a games folder, and then you need to like just get like the game ID, and then you make a folder with the game ID, and then you make another folder called like, and then you name the ISO file like game.iso. If you Google it, you'll find easily how to set it up with the folders and everything you need to do. Please give me decent RNG for once, PD. PD has literally been giving me the worst RNG in my life today. God damn it, I can't go for the fast trap. It's fine. Alright, PD, please give me decent RNG, or I'm begging you. Please move and do what you need to do, man. Just do it, man. Do it. Okay, okay, as long as he goes to the left and stops there and doesn't keep flying, this is actually not bad RNG. Alright, let me put it this way. Without spending an hour guiding you through chat, it will take you longer time to try and understand how to install and set everything up via chat than it would be to just Google how to set up Nintendo. I promise you that. It will be easier for you to Google it. Because like just the simple, like just like, it's not just like, just do that and it's done. Alright, I finally got good RNG, so we're gonna save some time. Finally, we got good PD RNG. This is what I want to see. I really want some leeway getting out of early game, because my mid game is really good in my PB. Yeah, like, okay, Nintendo doesn't have a... I don't think Nintendo specifically would have a risk of actually, Nintendo on its own, the app on its own does not have a risk to brick your Wii. I don't remember if you need to actually install any SIOS files on your Wii though. I don't remember because it was so long ago I set up my homebrewed Wii. But if it does, then there is parts of it where if you don't do it correctly, you could brick it. So I also don't want to take responsibility for it. Like, a lot of people are worried about homebrewing consoles because they're scared of bricking their consoles, right? Like, they're scared of, like, ended up, like, breaking them. The truth is, the only way you actually will ever brick your console from homebrewing your console is if you don't read the steps. If you read the steps and you go one by one through the steps, you will never end up breaking your console. I'll promise you that. It's only if you attempt to just kind of, like, half-ass do it yourself without actually reading what you should do. If you read what you should do, then it will never not that work. It's gonna be fine. Unless you have a power outage during the installation process of the 20 seconds while it's installing, but like, yeah, I mean, what are the odds? Thank you, wait, give me 1 second. Let me just do Gelato Beach skip first. Toss champ. That was beautiful. Thank you, Guen Terran for the, can I just call you Terran, or how do you prefer your name to be pronounced? I'm curious right now. Thank you so much for the sub, really appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you, Paul, for the 14 months as well. Do you know what I miss? I miss Windows 98. Windows 98 was a great operating system. I have too much nostalgia for that. I miss Windows 98. Dude, what a great run. Holy crap, this is a really good run. Let's keep it up. Like, well, everyone of my friends started with their MP3 players when I was really young. I borrowed my dad's Sony Walkman. Despite XP, we only had Windows 98 computers. Do you know what I'm actually sad about? I'm sad about the approach Microsoft is taking with Windows, that they're going to keep just updating Windows 10 over and over again, and this is going to be like the final OS. Because, like, okay, I do believe that Windows 10 gets a slightly more flack than it deserves. I can agree with that, but I would never get behind the fact that Windows 10 is now worse than Windows 7 in every way. Windows 7 was just so much better. I think Windows 7 was just so much better. Than Windows 10.
Ruby snacks. Molly. Whippy.
Why I say that it gets more flack than I think it deserves is, like, I think the reasoning why a lot of people are kind of about Windows 10 is this is the best way I'll put it, okay? Using Windows 7, I never had a single thing about the operating system that annoyed me, even the slightest. Anyone born in 2003? In, you know, like, 4 years straight, there was not a single thing that occurred while I was using Windows 7 that would annoy me. My settings, never update, they caused issues. And Windows 10 works fine most of the time, but it has those moments where it absolutely decides, like, after over by resetting on your audio setting, or it decides to mess up, it's updated, right? And, like, it doesn't happen all the time. That's why I think it's not like Windows 10 is just horrible all the time. I think the reason why I use Windows 10 is just because as someone who needs to rely on a consistent computer, coming from an OS where I never had a single OS system in my life and never had anything bother me with the OS for years of using it. When you come from never being annoyed, like, sure, getting annoyed because it messes up every 2-3 months is technically not for a casual or someone who just does, like, you know, just uses their laptop. It's not the end of the world, but when you're coming, like, when you're comparing it to, like, what we had previously, like, for me, the biggest issue is that I swear to God, Windows needs to figure out how the hell they set up their audio system. I don't know how, but I swear to God, it always resets all your audio settings. I don't know how it does it. I don't know how. It's such a big issue. But they always mess up every audio setting. Update. Every time. Yes, don't change your settings from the default. Alright, let's hope I can get a good Pianta 5, because this is one of my best. The fact that I'm 30 seconds ahead. This is... Also, Birdo, I don't want to give a direct time, but... okay, well, if I somehow PB this run, then I'll give a rough estimate of from like 1 hour to 2.5 hours from now, or sorry, from 1 to 3 hours from now, depending on like how I feel. I don't want to get more specific than that, but in between 1 to 3 hours from now. Really? I hovered too early? Can we get a weird champion? Really? Oh my god, sad. Oh my god, sad. Run. It was my best run ever.
Here I go!
I killed Yoshi. Yeah, I just lost it. Rip. That's such a good run. Can we get some sads in the chat? Sad. Can we play Windows 10? Sure.
Rolling.
If it makes us feel God damn it, Windows. What the hell, bros? Yes, so what they ended up allowing on the Switch version is something known as Peach File, which I love. So the Peach File is the perfect way to do this. I think more games should allow these sort of things. Technically speaking, you do use a pre-made save file, but it's really, really well made. So, how is Super Pog? So basically, if you watch the intro cutscene, and then you go and pick up blood, you watch the cutscene, and then you save the game, what ends up happening is you spawn in on the airstrip with your hand. You actually spawn into the intro cutscene, but the game has a flag set that it knows you've already watched the intro cutscene, so you can press A to skip it. Then when you then you have to do the movement of picking up blood, and then when you pick up blood, you can press A to skip the blood cutscene. So what they allow you to do is they allow you to use a peach file where you have already watched those two cutscenes, and you can modulate it and add the time of the length of the two cutscenes what they would take. Because it doesn't skip any inputs whatsoever, because the movement is identical. It's just that you can press A to skip the cutscene. As a matter of fact, you probably lose time doing it by a few frames, because it considers the additional time to press A to skip the cutscene. You probably even lose 2 or 3 frames doing it, but yeah. So I think it's a really good way of doing it. You know, unfortunately, you can't do this. That was so a lot of movement in the game. But hey, have you tried macOS? Oh, I love macOS actually. I would have which macOS, but I actually love it. If I was someone who only did photo and video editing, I like video games, and I like streaming, and I like my accessories, and they're not great on Mac, so I wouldn't actually switch to Mac, but for my laptop, on the go, the only work I do on the go is photo editing and video editing, and then it's just a better computer for me, because those are the only 2 things I do on my laptop. So I love Mac OS, but I could never switch for my desktop, because I do more things than just the few things that Mac is good for. What about mac and cheese? Mac and cheese is overrated. I am very disappointed. Have I tried Linux? I have not tried Linux. I don't think it's bad though. I would not mind using Linux.
Ruby snacks.
Thank you, Cod, for the Twitch friends. You hold it Start X and B. I'm talking about the $1 the $1 store. You buy a package of the powder the powder cheese and the cheap macaronis. I'm talking about the store mac and cheese, okay? I'm not talking about like well-made mac and cheese. I'm talking about the people who go and buy the $1 package. The homemade works. I'm fine with that. It's real cheese. I'm talking about the powdered mac and cheese you buy at the store. I don't like that. Like, for me personally, if I wanted to be, like, a little bit, like, if I wanted to be Linkus Comfy, I would rather get I actually, even though it's unhealthy, tastes good, but nah, the Insta mac and cheese is not good. It's not like mac and cheese. Yeah, well, lunatic, because I grew up in Sweden, I don't know if you know this, in the United States, but mac and cheese is very good. I'm sure I'll eat mac and cheese is very good. So I didn't have to.
It's a werewolf!
Something like that is going to be very, very tough. And what I mean by that is, I feel like this concept is like a one-hit kill. What I mean by that that's super hyped up.
Look, Arnold!
It's kind of tough for that concept. And you can also recover a game one time really well. You don't think people care about boundary breaks anymore? Oh no, I think people care about it, but like, how do I put it? The curiosity is only there for specific games. Like, for example, I haven't watched his videos, but let's just say, like, I think I saw this video. I think I saw this American Animal Crossing. I think, like, Animal Crossing, when that game comes out, it's a new game, and also it's very fixed game, it doesn't have many glitches. I think people are interested to see how the game in general, like, is out of bounds. But not enough people constantly right? And I don't think there's enough people who want to see how the Animal Crossing looks like on the outside, right? Like, how many people haven't like seen the conditions done? Like, other people that are have probably seen it. Because you can do the same thing. I think it's more the format. I think it's the format because the format is based. It's kind of why I stopped only uploading. I used to only never upload videos. And what I realized was such a bad idea about that was that I was relying on that's hard. Sometimes I would go through for a long time. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? And when it comes to something like that, I feel like I was more reliant on new game releases that are interesting and popular. Outside I have a plan of different
Right?
I did that one. I don't recommend anyone to do that. Like, I streamed like a full-time streamer when I was my grade. I didn't fail classes. I'll preface this by saying this. I never allow myself to but what I ended up having to do was that I basically slept 4 to 5 hours a day. I would do school, then I would come home, and then I would go to sleep for 4 hours, wake up, and every single week, week out a weekend, and then
Ruby snacks. It's a Ruby.
Places I worked at, I was either the only guy there or there was only one other guy. So for me personally, what I'm getting from this, I always felt like the study could get top A competition is so rough that it's more important, but yeah. Grades are kind of got Well, how I saw with my grades is basically this. In the field of, like, basically, like, for example, like nursing, right? All they really care about is literally just, like, do you have your degree? Great. When can you stop working? And when it comes to my and my dad said that for his very first job, they wanted to see his grades, but they didn't barely even look at it. They just wanted to make sure he basically passed. And then after that, he never had to show his degree or his grades ever again. Because from that moment on, all they cared about was his, they basically saw that he was hired at another company, and his work experience was enough. So he said that basically throughout his whole life, his degree basically never made a difference to his pay, because it was like he double checked the time for his work. Like the other jobs he never asked for. Just basically like, oh, you had a job here. Me personally, for me, the important thing was not having like straight how many people like ask me, hey, experience that other real jobs will give you, and also you're not so I will never unless we're talking about you know what, where you see it, then you'll offer them like but $400,000.
It's all working.
No. First, quit paying. Right? Let's just say it's the same as affiliate, because that's public information. That'll be $1,000. Then you pay tax.
Ruby snacks. Ruby.
I'm losing some time here because I failed it. How much money do I make for my OnlyFans? I make a hot solid $600 for my
Ruby snacks.
Right? Oh yeah, that's why it's 33%, no question.
Ruby snacks. Ruby.
Do I think the university is the depends on the country I would say I think it's a mistake if you go to an expensive college. I would attempt. Really say
It's a what?
whatever kind of a deal. But no, I've always the belief that experience is more important than your degree. Right. That's why I said it. How good RNG you had at birth. Guess what? You can later on leave that job, and now you basically work at this company, and you'll be never have to go to college. Hi, Abby.
The gargoyle!
Yeah, if I, like, I've actually thought about, if I had a job offer in the gaming industry, I would probably take that job despite rather working as a streamer, and I'd probably do part-time there, part-time streaming. Despite me having to do part-time streaming then, I would probably take the business opportunity just because of the fact that it would be good for my future, because I'd actually have something in my resume as a work experience. So if I ever got a really good offer to work somewhere in the community, like in the gaming industry, like, I don't know, let's just say Twitch is hiring, like, a partner manager. I'd probably take that. I prefer if it wasn't 100% full-time, though, because I'm also on the stream. But I would 100% accept that job like that. Then I can actually put out the job and apply Sellout? How are you a sellout for saying that you would accept a job offer? What? I think we need to redefine the term sellout. What? Yeah, honestly, I think I want to get a job. You're a sellout. What? I'm so confused. Well, hey, the only one good thing I guess, if Twitch offered me a job and I'd move to, I would have to move there. I guess one good thing is that I'll be closer to my people who are friends. I mean, I live in the US, but hey, I'm still closer to my friends. So that's pretty cool. I'll be closer to all of you beautiful people. Please stop being so greedy. We only caring about my... Thank you, Alvindo, for the 2 months saying let's go, baby. Speaking of... Chat, don't worry. There's not a chance. You guys don't have to like worry about me moving to the United States. I'm talking about hypothetical of a company hiring me when I have no lead to it, and they would also offer to want to move me out to the United States instead of any other. Like just a very hypothetical right now. I'm not moving to the US. This is basically saying like, hey, if I won the lottery, I'd buy a car. Like, sure, that's true. I would buy a car if I won the lottery. I'd probably buy a Tesla. But that's not saying I'm gonna get a Tesla because I'm not winning the lottery.
It's all working. Oh, what else is there talking? Brother. I can see you. Now, where could he be? I can see you.
It's a what,
Huh?